Uh, oh. Huh? What? Lizzie? Well, it's about time you finally woke up. Wait, why are you here after what you had put me through? I'm here for you to make a choice. To either make the slavery and massacre happen with me, or stay here for you to agree to stay out of the way of both of them. Wait, what are you? The slavery and the massacre!
What has begun? The slavery and the massacre.
That's right, Katie. I even planned the slavery and massacre since about 5 months ago, which is last month of last year.
The time will come, Katie Girls Forever. Just wait and see. Just wait and see.
Yep. I think it's about time for both the slavery and massacre against those that are every reviewer, critic, individual, and have any opinion that's opposite to ours, and against those that do cruel things to the victims on the internet to begin. Wait, Lizzie, I know you're mad at these people, but come on, you're about to start an unnecessarily slavery and massacre against them. And people are going to be trapped and even die for what? Talking about medias and other people for only what they think about them? You don't get it, do you, Katie? It's not just about those that have opinions that are opposite to ours, especially to the shows and movies, including the Disney movies, and people that are cruel to others, including to us online, where they post things to expose us, report, call us out, insult, or any of those kinds of cruel things. It's about the whole world right now. Do you want to know what the whole world is like right now? The whole world is dealing in the fact that Logan and Chili from SML going by the times of them spending the complete pregnancy of them to have their own baby, being too soon on the time that they get back together, with all their videos being recorded on the times with every single one of them never saying anything about relationship status being changed back into fiancés, and them at all to be husband and wife, and them never even explain to us anything like that, and remain to be like that on the videos based on their daughter officially accessed, and both of them to continue to unknowingly cheat on each other. And it's also for the whole world to remain to ever be living with the existence of COVID-19, and Ukraine dealing with Russia invading their country, the riots, people getting attacked by other people, parents being strict and abusive to innocent children, embarrassing them, ruining their lives with everything bad, including recording them on the Super Nanny shows and YouTube videos, more animals going extinct, and worst of all, people had died over all this bad luck, unfairness, and disagreements that came to the permanent effect. Rest in peace, Pat Carroll, Betty White, Samuel E. Wright, and Angela Lansbury, you poor unfortunate souls. And now, I believe though, that the world no longer needs all that unfairness and disagreements to us. It's now time to go into a more fairer and agreeable light. I can only allow fair and agreeable opinions, so I'm going to get rid of all those who cause all of this unfairness and disagreements. Wait a minute, Lizzie. First of all, surely Logan and Chili's love story, including their current times when they have their first kid on a short period of time after rekindling their relationship after a breakup, and it's rather sad to know that besides the bad deeds they've done to people and their audiences, they're allowed to have their kid, and for them to never say anything about their relationship status to the point where they just remain with the titles of them being boyfriend or girlfriend. But people that praise and criticize what we don't praise and criticize, and the people who make offensive posts out of their targets aren't the cause of this. And surely they want what's best for their family, and they did not cause things like COVID-19 and Russia invading Ukraine. If anything, they're all just knowing the fact that those events just happening and they wanted to prevent them from happening. But it's clear that both of the Chinese and Russian governments just don't want to listen, and instead they're just being selfish. You see, people, including critics and internet users that praise and criticize certain things, don't do them just to destroy what we love and just to protect and to end up causing the companies to produce what we hate, okay? They're here because they have their own taste, and they're being individual people that express how they feel, just like what we do. And as for those that post things to expose you, call you out, and point out your flaws, sure, they say they'd rather attack you, destroy your self-esteem, and get people to hate you. But there are those that can actually mean no harm, and at least those amount of people will want to help you. Even so, why to disagree with us? And why to insult us and do anything unfair? Why does everything like those things to be mean, unfair, and disagreeable? You know, that is a very good point. It's just how humanity is. There are people that just don't understand. Exactly. Now it's time for the disagreeing and hurtful people to be imprisoned and for most of them to die. Wait, Lizzie, don't do that. It doesn't have to be this way. You know, maybe instead of trying to get you to either stay or help me, I could just get rid of you so that you guaranteed you won't try to stop me. Lizzie, you've gone too far. I know. I know. So long, Katie girl. Hello, better world. Oh God, what happened?
You sunk in the water, that's what happened.
Lapis?
That's me.
Cool, but why did you bring me to Beach City?
Well, it's clear that you can't let people have their own opinions and to call others out on their behaviors.
Really? That's why you bring me here? You said that I can't let people have their own opinions and to call others out on their behaviors?
Hey, it's not my fault that how you feel about people have opinions based on what they praise and criticize what you don't praise or criticize while they post stuff of who they targeted. At least I don't ship just straight shippings all the time.
Hey, I do allow people to have their opinions and do what they want. And I don't just ship straight shippings like I used to. There are good reasons why I do what I do, and I want what's best for the society and the companies that made their stuff. I already admit my past actions on the internet, especially the ones in the beginning of this year.
Really? Like, what?
Where do I begin with this? Hi my people, it's Katie, and today we're going to talk about the problems with some things that are like the companies and maybe a bit of social media in Beach City. Apparently I'm in Beach City while doing this, so let's begin. Now before we get to the details, I want to announce that my new DeviantArt account is a secret to share with those I can trust. Because I want to keep in touch with those that are known to only be in that site. I won't tell the public what it is, but if you're nice to me while wanting to know what it is, come visit me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Discord. The links to them are in the description. Click on them and I will tell you about it. I got the information on the truth behind the banning of my old DeviantArt accounts. One of my friends told me that it was one of my enemies being the cause of it, and the reason for them to do this is that they just want me to suffer, which is, by fact, horrible. And I'd like to address that I prefer not to take action against them, as I know it would make the situation worse. And besides, a lot of people accused me for a lot of personal things, including the ones that are rather too uncomfortable for me to even talk about. A lot of people on Twitter and Tumblr had put me a lot through comments that shows them having shock, anger, and them using insulting things to describe me and one of my besties. I tried to solve them all together, and some users told me that I need to take a break from the internet and get mental help. I then made a post to show I admit my actions when people accused me for and what trouble I went with since the first time I came online. Each parts of them are posted separately. Now the first problem I want to talk about is the popular YouTubers and companies' declining quality. They usually make some memorable and amazing stuff like movies, TV shows, videos, etc. But then you receive an announcement from any of them that they're going to make some sort of change to their productions of something. When you hear that change that's announced to be disappointing, shocking, and unexplained to the point that made you feel like something is going to be ruined, you would of course make a post or a comment to that to show how you feel about that announcement of change. That's what I did when I posted a rant video about Up in Zootopia having franchises. And same thing happened with Winx Club in the studio that came from Rainbow SRL. When I first get into the fandom, I watch every episode of the first 4 seasons and the first 2 movies. And when the 5th season was released to the public during Rainbow's partnership with Nickelodeon, and the production kept going with more seasons in the 3rd movie, I got disappointed with the results as they don't seem to follow up with the past events of the franchise well,
and there are things that aren't explained properly, and the love drama is overused, and the characters were added to be flannerized, and the entire animation changed entirely twice, with sometimes flash and CGI, and again with characters completely redesigned in the 8th season. I'll get to that entire detail in the future, but I will also talk about everything else that the companies did. Disney declined quality when they make announcements when they stopped 2D animation for feature films twice in a short time after the revival era, starting with The Princess of Frog, which that's 2D animated. Disney announced that they're going to release some old movies in theaters in 3D versions, but then a couple years later they announced that they don't do that anymore, and then another year later they announced that they're making live action remakes of their animated films, and even up to this day they're still making them, and there's no announcement on when they ever gonna stop making them. And they announced that they're gonna make movies that don't go by traditions, and they repeat the same plot elements with no antagonist, no love interest for main characters, usually former twists or formerly twist villains, and whatever else I could bring up. And also the fact that they make franchises to only that's not every movie, but mainly the ones that anyone, including me, to be honestly not expecting. And when writing petitions and letters to them, they won't respond at all for no reason for any of those things whatsoever. I watch every YouTube video and every website post to find the good reasons for Disney to do these things, and I mainly get either disappointing, unofficial, and mainly stating one specific reason that's actually to be reason for not one, but pretty much every announcement and change happened within the company, which that is them wanting money. That hurt me, since I always believed that Disney is supposed to be the company that makes people happy and entertained, and to provide good medias and memories. And it's a part of my childhood. You could say it's part of them being a corporate company, but it shouldn't be. Disney is not supposed to be a corporate company for like no reason whatsoever. Same thing goes to Nickelodeon as well. They kept SpongeBob going on for bad reasons, and it's successful for bad reasons. And almost the same thing for the Fairly Odd Parents. Thank God that bad show got cancelled, but they did currently air the reboot series. The Rugrats used to be the longest running show and used to earn its title like it's the #1 or the best show of the channel and company. But it changed when the shows like SpongeBob Fairly Odd Parents came, and that the show got cancelled when working on the All Grown Up follow-up. And it broke my heart. I heard that Nick then announced that they are reviving the old show. That made me happy, until they made an update announcement that they're making a reboot instead of bringing the same old show back in production. And when they made the reboot and still working on it even up to this day, they made changes to it that nobody asked for. And those two things are by fact horrible, and Nickelodeon is evil. Why the heck would they do them? Those facts about all those changes make me feel sad, worried, concerned, and insecure. Especially when knowing what everyone that's ever known to be how segmented they're known in the internet and the public from the whole wide world think of them compared to mine. As I hate SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents for the most part, and the changes in movies plus the couple of ones that I mentioned earlier, and that got me to have a hard time to respect their choices of liking and disliking movies and shows, as I believed, while hoping not to, that they're the cause of the ongoing shows being ongoing, and changes like that to happen. Not that I disrespect them, and not to be mean at all, I just want to say something, what I had to say to express how I feel. Same good with the YouTubers that are popular. Some that are like Super Mario Logan, Beach and Mike, and Grace's World, who make entertainment series videos. They usually made them entertaining and memorable and fun to watch, with many influence us to make our videos and fan arts to be like them. But nowadays, they make their videos with situations that are not explained properly, characters being mean-spirited and get away with them, some being stupid, those same YouTubers themselves breaking promises and not approving, and them not listening to us about what we want from them, nor the problems we receive from their videos, etc. There are some popular YouTubers that are like the critics, such as Mr. Enter, Cellspecs, Jamboree Geese, Saberspark, and Math Dominus, who do things like reviewing stuff, making top 10 list videos, ranking videos, etc. There may be something you like and praise, but majority of them can be overwhelming and problematic, especially when some or few commit online bad deeds and controversies that get themselves into trouble. And besides, like I said earlier, their tastes in movies and shows are not like mine and make choices that concern me. It's not necessarily to consider any of them to be the best of all time, since every one of us human beings are individual beings with different lives. Though I do like Cartoonpalooza a lot, he's the closest to have things that I can agree with him when it comes to animation. And also, he's coming back to his channel and do more reviews. Plus, his content is interesting on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, the staff of this site always makes constant amount of updates and announcements of changes of sites, including the ones that are unnecessarily. Especially with the COPPA change that affected us, despite the fact that the staff were collecting information from tell viewers and users that lead themselves into trouble with the COPPA group. It blamed it on us for no reasons or bad reasons. Same with Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network has gone bad since the mid-2000s, but maybe with some exceptions. So what should I do if I own any of these companies? Well, I would cancel the shows that are gone too long, confirm that the beta episodes and movies that are not canon to the source material, and the ongoing productions of live-action movies are based on cartoons and masterpieces, revive hand-drawn animation for films, cancel bad reboots, make reboots that are good, and generally just make content that people, including myself, to be close to agree that are good. Making sure that media's content go by the permanent streak of them just being good instead of all being even at least a little bit bad. So you see, I never meant any harm to anyone. I never even wanted to. Not like what others claimed me to be. The point is that I just want to go back home and stop the slavery and the massacre. Please, I'm begging you. There are people who are going to be trapped and who are going to die. But if you sent me back to where I came from, I will set things straight.
Well, I can honestly see everything you were coming from, including right now. Alright, Katie. I'll tell you what. I'll bring you back on one condition. You gotta come to my party.
So I gotta save the world by partying. Heh, that's cool. Anyways, I hope I get back home in time to stop Lizzie Divine from causing the slavery and the massacre. I don't know what I'll do if I'm too late. And yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope the American film and TV companies and the popular users watch this video and take my word and to do some improvements on their medias, and for them to be nicer. I'm not saying that everyone is going to be perfect, nor that everything I want has to be made. All I'm saying is that we could get better, and I hope we get better. We gotta get better. We have to get better. We need to get better. We want to get better. We will love to get better.